On this visit, we have asked the ULI panel to consider 5 areas of downtown. 2 of those, the West Jackson Avenue area between Broadway and Gay Street, or the location of the old McClung warehouses, and the old State Supreme Court site on Henley Street, are publicly owned properties that are targeted for private redevelopment. 2 others, the World's Fair Park and the Coliseum Auditorium Complex on Howard Baker Jr. Avenue, are valuable public spaces that we are considering for additional improvements and amenities. We have asked the panel to look at the Broadway-Henley Street corridor between Jackson Avenue and Cumberland Avenue for thoughts on providing better connectivity both north-south and east-west.
And we are here to analyze and look and ask questions, and as the mayor said, we'll be meeting with about 150 folks tomorrow and asking a lot of in-depth questions. As we ask those questions, nothing will be written down for attribution, so we want everyone to be as candid with us as they possibly can. And we will be prepared, hopefully on Friday morning, to give back to you recommendations that will come from the work, the previous planning work that's gone on here, what we learned from you, coupled with perhaps some grains of wisdom that we bring to you from other places and our experiences around the world and around the country.
So five public properties seems like a quite the task to do in a week. Can you talk about how that compares to other past efforts?
Frankly, I've had the privilege of working on about a dozen of these panels over the past number of years, and looking at 5 sites is a challenge. These sites, each one is unique, and I won't try to give back to you things that you already know, but trying to look at 5 sites and trying to figure out how they fit together or how maybe they don't fit together and how we can give good recommendations on all of those. It will be a challenge, but sure, that's what we're here for.
Can you give some examples of the questions you'll be asking the stakeholders tomorrow in the next couple days, of what type of information you're looking for?
I think that's a fair question. I think some of the things that we'll be asking are what are the stakeholders' visions? What do the stakeholders see as the opportunities for each of these sites? And not only the opportunities for how they might be developed, but the opportunities for what method of development might occur. When you're dealing with publicly owned property, there are a variety of ways to move that property either into private use and commerce, or in some cases for that property to be reutilized in a different form and a public purpose. And those are the kind of questions we'll ask. We really need to hear from the community and from the stakeholders what their thoughts are, and then we can digest all of that, and we'll spend Wednesday and Thursday. If you see some of these folks behind me on Thursday night, their eyes will be red. They'll be mad at me. They will have been working. Their fingers will be worked to the bone. It's an intense process that we'll go through, but those are the types of questions.
Mayor, what's your timeline once the report is done? In a perfect world, how would you like to see these properties developed?
Well, we have a couple properties where the Jackson Avenue and the State Street site, those 2 where we would like to be able to move on them rather quickly afterwards. So I think we just have to see the recommendations and then, of course, take time to process it as a community. And then hopefully that will inform our next steps so we can get those RFPs out sooner rather than later.